It's time for baseball on MLB Network from our nation's capital. Welcome inside Nationals Park. Opening day is here as we get the new season underway with a good matchup between the Miami Marlins and the Washington Nationals. Hello again, everybody. Baseball is back. Welcome to our special opening day broadcast on MLB Network. I'm joined by Dan Plesac. And Dan, as we get things going this season, it's pitching that has to be key if this team's going to have success.
Well, you know, I always think pitching and defense are keys to success in the long run. As we take a look at their arms, I see a lot of reason for optimism. A lot can happen over the course of a season, but if these guys stay healthy and pitch to their abilities, they should be in pretty good shape.
The game's count starting now. Opening day on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. The crowd is ready to erupt as their guys get set to take the field. Let's join public address announcer Mike Carlucci. And here's how the visiting Miami Marlins will line up in this one. Harold, what's their focus as they go for their first win?
Key to me is driving in runs. Miami. Their runners in scoring position, they've been really struggling. I mean, you don't have to hit home runs, but pick up that runner that's at third base with less than 2 outs. Hit the ground ball and drive him in. Just the little things. And as they continue to add on inning by inning, before you know it, you put together a good game. That's what they got to do.
Now the 0-1. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
That's a pretty good break right there, breaking all the way across the zone. Now it's a little dangerous. He gets to see that ball a long time, but man, that's a nasty snapdragon hook right there.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Wieters is under it, 1 away.
Batting second, center fielder Christian Yelich.
In is Christian Yelich. Past battles with Scherzer, 7 hits in 18 at-bats. 2 of those hits were for home runs. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. The temperature here at first pitch, a very seasonal 63 degrees this afternoon. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Here's Scherzer now 1-1. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last 3 pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just saw 3 in a row out there.
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
And Worth is under it now, and there are 2 away here.
Batting third, right fielder Giancarlo Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton now. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Pitch on the way. And he takes ball 1.
That curveball is a pitch you have to get on top of, or else it'll take off just like that one did.
And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hot shot down the line. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So not much happening here in the top half of the first. And now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. Nation's capital to take a look at the Nats starting lineup. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Harold?
Well, the key to me in this one, I'm going to throw a cliche at you, Matt. You know I don't use many cliches. I would have to say have great energy. Play with some enthusiasm. Be excited about playing. And if they do that, man, they carry it through for 9 innings. Look out.
Edinson Volquez is on the mound for the season opener on the road in this one. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, Matt, if you look at the rotation, this is the guy everybody questions. How is he still in it? ERA over 5 last season. But what I see is a guy that they trust. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go be out there and battle. And let's just see if maybe he can turn this trend around of inconsistency. All right, time for majestic defensive alignment for the Marlins. In this day and age, when teams are moving all over the place playing the shift, these guys are old school, very traditional. You don't see the shift applied very often to this club.
A speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch is a sinker, too low, 1-0. One and 0 pitch on the way. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. 2-0 count, and the pitch. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
Love the pitch call there. 2-0. You know the guy's geared up for a fastball, and you drop a changeup in the zone. That's going to be a tough pitch to handle.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. Now a curveball here, nowhere close. That's in the dirt. It's 3-1. Pitch on the way. Line drive caught by Hechavarria, and that becomes the first out of the inning.
Batting second, center fielder Adam Eaton.
In now is Adam Eaton. Past battles with Edinson Volquez, 9 base hits in 31 tries. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Here it comes. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and that evens the count at 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Oh, and a great knuckle curve just buckled him there, and there are 2 gone.
Not a lot of guys throw that knuckle curve, but some guys have a lot of success with it. Some say it has more bite than the traditional curveball, but I think it's more of a feel thing. It just works for certain pitchers, and it worked right there.
Here's Daniel Murphy now, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Volquez has his target. Here's the 0-1. There's the knuckle curve laid off, 1-1. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
Well, Ferg really does call a solid game back there. He does reward a pitcher for good location at times, but his reviews tend to be very good most of the time.
Squared that one up just a little late. 2 out, nobody on. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. And this is still a 0-0 ball game. Coming to the plate now, Justin Bour, and he'll lead things off against Max Scherzer.
Justin Bour.
Into the windup and the pitch. And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Fastball, and that thing got up there at 95 miles an hour. A ball and a strike.
Frozen with a high fastball there. We'll see if they try to climb the ladder even more on the next pitch.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup.
That looked like he was cheating for that fastball inside right there. Early swing, got out in front of that off-speed pitch. Clearly looking for a fastball.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. He swings and grounds it to short. Kerner fields it cleanly. On to first, and Scherzer's on a roll now, 2 away.
Batting 6th, catcher, JT Realmuto.
Digging in now, JT Realmuto. He'll work on keeping this top of the 2nd alive. Into the windup and the pitch. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. That's wide. 2-0.
Man, I don't know if they want any part of him. 2 pitches away. I know he's sitting 2-0 now. This will tell us a lot. Will he come in now, or will he continue to stay away?
2-0 count. Here it comes. A changeup over the inside corner. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. Grounded down the 3rd baseline. Base hit, and that's their first of the new campaign.
Well, this is the 6th hitter he faces. He finally gives up a hit, but man, he's looking sharp today. I think he's going to have a good game.
3rd baseman, Martin Prado.
Martin Prado now, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Now the 0-1. Line to the right side, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Breaking his heart, Matt. Breaking his heart. You got 2 quick outs. He's thinking he's going to cruise through this thing, and now look at him. Boom, boom. Base hits coming back at you. That's why you have to complete the inning.
Here's Echeverria now, as Scherzer's able to move ahead of him with strike 1. Looking to make it 3 straight 2-out hits here. He's got a runner in scoring position at second. Comes set, and the 0-1. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
Matt, this is where I like this guy pitching. First and second, he's got 2 outs. He's got himself a little bit of a jam, but now he likes to paint the corners. Watch him fight himself out of this situation.
No score here as we play inning number 2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Pulled the string on him that time, and the inning is over. Marlins strand a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Into the box now, Bryce Harper. He'll start off the inning now against Edinson Volquez.
Right fielder, Bryce Harper. Harper.
First delivery to him on the way. Chopped foul over towards the dugout. This is line to left. That's a hit, their first of the new season.
Oh, the old CNI base hit. The changeup's down. The batter goes down to get it and still finds a hole to put it through. Good pitch. Better hitting.
In now is Anthony Rendon. Now a throw over to first. Don't want to forget about him. First offering on its way. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball one. The 1-0 delivery. Ooh, good changeup. Just missed inside. Clearly trying to control the running game with the slide step here.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good.
Well, this home crowd didn't like this guy on the mound before, but now they really don't like him. He's gotten the faithful all worked up by hitting one of their best hitters early on in this game. And you can bet he's really going to hear it if he comes around to score.
Here's Adam Lind. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Now that's not fair. You're supposed to be throwing sinkers, and he throws a high fastball right there. That's why everybody's shaking their head.
None out. Runners at first and second. Off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Past battles with Edinson Volquez. He's gone 5 for 13. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
A lot of times you see guys get too aggressive and try to do too much at the plate with guys on, but right here he's doing a great job of waiting on the right pitch. Got himself ahead in the count now.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. Gordon is there. Echeverria for 1. Back to first, but he wasn't able to get enough on the throw, and they'll just get 1.
Well, he definitely rushed himself on that return throw to first there, and he threw it away. They got to force at second, and the runner didn't advance, so it'll just be scored a fielder's choice.
Here's Jason Worth. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
First and third, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
Here it comes, 1-0. And that one stayed up a little high.
And now on 2-0, you just can't lay a fastball in there, or he could make it 3-0 before you know it. It's all about limiting the damage in this situation.
The 2-0 on the way. Oh, and look out as this runs in and gets him. The second man he's plunked in this one.
Well, I don't know if he has a blister or some kind of mechanical glitch right now, but anytime you hit two batters in one game, let alone an inning, you're in trouble. We'll see if he can dial it back in before he hits another guy.
Here's the catch leaders now as he'll take a look at ball one, and a golden opportunity. These guys the lead with 3 men aboard. The 1-0 delivery, and there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0 and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Bottom of the second here with no score. And a sinker is over that time. It's back to 2-1.
He really was struggling. He needed that strike right there. It's been a while since he'd thrown one. That's just not the way he wanted to start this inning.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he didn't pull the trigger on a good low sinker, but it missed for ball 3.
Hit the last batter. Now he finds himself down 3-1. Look, he's just got to groove one, get himself back in the rhythm, and throw strikes.
Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss.
Well, he had big aspirations behind that swing. Pretty obvious he was trying to put 4 runs on the board in a hurry.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Another full count pitch home. And another foul ball. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Payoff pitch one more time. And he finally wins the battle as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
Batting ninth, pitcher.
So stepping in, Max Scherzer. Certainly a big moment in this game. Bases loaded, tie score. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
There's 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position. I don't care if it's the pitcher or not. He's got to treat him like another hitter. You can't let him beat you here. This is a big at bat.
And it's a called strike to even the count at 1. The 1-1 pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Lays himself out and makes a spectacular catch. Tough to end an inning on a better play than this as he takes this one right out of the air. More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Welcome back to baseball on MLB Network from Nationals Park in D.C. Set to go now in the 3rd. So coming to the plate, Edinson Volquez. He'll stand in to open things up here in the 3rd. Here comes the first pitch. Popped high in the air. Rendon is there for it. 1 out.
Hey, every pitcher loves to get quick outs, right? How about that? One pitch, 1 out, a pop-up to start the inning.
Ready for another chance? D. Gordon, 0 for 1 here in the early going. Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Behind a changeup, if you can imagine, for a strike.
Really deceptive changeup there. Very well executed. It looks like it just sort of dies when it gets close to the plate.
Here comes Scherzer on 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
Those 0-2 curveballs are really tough for guys to lay off. There's a reason it's such a common pitch in that count, but he did well to spit on it there.
Now the 1-2 home to Gordon. And into center field as he's aboard with a 1-out single. Striding in once again, Christian Yelich. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first. And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A pitch out. The throw. It bounces, but he's out. Nice play there to pick the throw and put the tag on quickly.
Well, they guessed right on the first pitch out. Sometimes you have to wait a pitch or two in the at-bat to try that, but they must have had a pretty good idea he was going to be on the move.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now.
Now with the bases empty, I think he needs to be careful not to just groove one here just because it's 3-0. He's a guy that could ambush you and lose one over the wall.
Here it comes on 3-0. And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
Now batting, right fielder, Giancarlo Stanton.
Digging in to try it again, Giancarlo Stanton. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Way in front of a great slider that time.
What a good pitch. He went way out of the zone to try to swing and catch up to that slider. Now you got him thinking. It's 0-2. You can throw him anything you want.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Well, there's that classic strikeout pitch. The change up down just didn't get him to go after it.
Third inning, no score to this point. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. One left for Miami. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Matt Vasgersian back with Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and starting out the inning, it'll be the exciting speedster Trey Turner. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And he looks at one in there, 1-2.
1-2.
Hit down the third base line. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Changeup misses, and it's full 3-2.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around a leadoff walk.
Ground ball sent back up the middle. Echeverria to his left. He's there. Throw on to first, and one shortstop grounds out to the other, one away.
Fielder, number 2, Adam Eaton.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Adam Eaton. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard down the line. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1.
Here it comes on 1-1. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw to first will get him as they pounce on it quickly to snuff out the bunt attempt. Now that's a Gold Glove caliber play there.
You got that right, Matt. There is a lot of moving parts on that barehanded play, and it is a thing of beauty when everything comes together just like it did. You can bet he'll be watching this one again after the game.
Into the box, Daniel Murphy. As he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. First time up, he went down looking. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he lays off for ball 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A ball and 2 strikes, the count now with the bases empty and 2 away. Volquez has his target. 1-2 on its way. Fouled back. Here's another 1-2. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
Well, one thing about him, he's an absolute grinder at the plate. You can pretty much count on him battling at the plate every chance he gets.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
I got to commend him for being a really tough out right now. Not everyone will battle like this with 2 outs and nobody on.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Good wood on it there, but foul, so they'll do it again. He'll try it again. 3-2. And he doesn't get much on the swing here as this is pulled down the first base line. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Nationals gone in order. We'll head to the fourth, still scoreless. Digging in, Justin Bohr. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Justin Bohr.
Here comes the first pitch. And he holds up here, but the pitch is a cold strike anyway. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low scoring pitcher's duel for once.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Now the 0-2 pitch. And that's a swinging strike three in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Bohr is retired, and there's one away. So with one away, let's punch up the graphic and show you the pitch speed comparison for the two starters here in the fourth inning. Both guys pretty close. Top speeds of 95 and 94. Digging in for his second at-bat, Marcell Ozuna. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And that's inside for a ball, 1-0.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do a lot of damage with it.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And a fastball just a bit high.
Well, that's good hitting. You know why? Because he's looking for one specific pitch. Those pitches are close. It looks like to us he's laying off them, but they're not what he wants, so he didn't swing.
A strike, and it's 2-1.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Drilled to the right side, and that is through into right field for a single.
He found himself in a great hitter's count. Pitcher tried to trick him with a changeup, and he still got a base hit. I think he was looking for that changeup.
Real Muto.
Standing in now, JT Realmuto as he lines it hard to the right side, but out of play. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Lined hard toward right center, and that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Finally, they show some signs of life. These guys have been swinging the bats like they're underwater or something. But a single and a double, and now they've got runners on second and third. We'll see if they can cash them in.
Martin Prado now as he'll send a ground ball down to third. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter, number 3, shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
Here's Echeverria now. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He's set. Here it comes. A fastball that just misses inside. Halfway to 100 pitches. Here it is. Comes in with the changeup, and it's 2-0.
He's been really effective in this one so far. But it's interesting here that with a couple of guys on base, he seems to be not trusting his stuff quite as much. Kind of messing around the strike zone a little bit.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third. So the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Takes a knee-high fastball. Runners at second and third with 2 gone. And this is fouled at the plate. Line toward the gap in left center. That's in there. Base hit. And not in time as the run scores. And the second run will score as that makes it a 2-0 ball game.
Well, that 2 RBI base hit is some big runs right there. In the middle innings, those are critical because now, as you move forward, you get to the best part of your bullpen as you set it up to shut the game down. Maybe they'll add more runs, but if not, you're set up pretty good.
In now, Edinson Volquez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
He's been great on the mound up until this inning. And yeah, he and his guys are behind 2-0 now. But if he can seal the leak and hold these guys right here the rest of the way, this is still going to be a start he can be proud of.
One 1-0 pitch on the way. And a fastball just a bit up.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
Here he comes on 2-0. Pretty good cut there, but it's to 2-1 now. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2.
Well, that was a good changeup right there. You see how he swung through that ball? Man, he's got him thinking now because that was clearly an indication he was looking fastball and got fooled.
Three and 2 now.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play. Full count with 2 outs now, so if he could put the ball in the gap somewhere, he could have a good shot of driving in a run because the runner at first will be in motion.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The next 3-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. Lind is over. And that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. Miami's out in front 2-0. Striding in, Bryce Harper. He sets to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Right fielder, Bryce.
And look out. That's the 3rd batter hit by a pitch, and this could become a big problem.
Well, I bet the manager breathed a sigh of relief when he saw he wasn't hurt that badly. The last thing they can afford to lose is a guy like that for any length of time.
Stepping in, Anthony Rendon. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up. First pitch on its way. A tough sinker on the inside corner. Nobody out, runner on first. Here's a look over to first and a dive, but he's back in there. The 0-1 delivery. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Grounder down the line at third. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Hit well on the ground to first. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. And they keep rolling here. Their runners at the corners with still nobody out.
After that single, now we're first and third. This is where he's got to bear down. I love the shutout, but this is going to be one of those times. If he gets it, it's going to be in this inning that decides it.
Here's Adam Lind, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy. Well, they've yet to hang a number on the scoreboard, but it looks like they've got a great opportunity from the breakthrough. Going to be pretty demoralizing if they can't.
And this one gets away. A play at the plate, and he will get in there with their first run. It's a 2-1 game now. And the run will score on the wild pitch. My goodness.
Wow, the pitcher has no one to blame but himself. Man on third, he just uncorks one. The runner alertly takes off immediately and gets their first run of the game just handed to him on a silver platter.
A runner at second, nobody out. Too tight with that one. 3-0. On deck is Jay. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. And he won't even have to take the bat off its moorings. A 4-pitch walk here. Here's Jason Worth as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Here it comes, 1-0. Wouldn't bite on a good sinker that time that missed.
This is where you really got to focus with runners on base. You got a 2-0 count. You have a tendency to get a little anxious thinking you can drive somebody in. Stay focused. Get your pitch.
Now a sinker falls in there for a called strike. 2-1. Set to deliver on 2-1. Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Matt Wieters waiting on deck. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Swing and a line drive. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And that will fall in front of Stanton. It's a base hit. Oh, and it's off target, and he'll be safe at third.
Whoa, he hit that one a little bit too hard. Line drive single, but the runner at second had to hold up, so he's not going to score, but nice piece of hitting anyway.
Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters, now batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready with the 0-1. Now ball line foul up and over the Nationals dugout. Looking to punch him out again. Pitch. 0-2 pitch is a sinker that misses, but he's still in command. 1-2.
I like the pitch right there, Matt. Base loaded. You got to look for that strikeout right there. That's a nasty pitch for the hitter to lay off of. I'd come back with it again.
Bases loaded here. Nobody out. A little low. It's 2-2.
Wow, really close pitch on 0-2. That just missed, and if he hits that spot right there again, he might get the call next time.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Breaking ball. That's in the dirt as he takes a ball. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Oh, and it misses. Ball 4, and that will force home a run.
Yeah, the pitching coach would hate to go to the bullpen this early in the game, but sometimes you have no choice. On the flip side, he might just get in his face a little bit out there, try to challenge him, wake him up from his funk. Either way, we'll see how it works.
In now, Max Scherzer. Here's the first pitch to him. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
This situation right here, 1-0 with the bases loaded, you got to stay patient. Just be specific and patient. Get your pitch, but make sure it's where you want it.
And he'll just watch that knuckle curve. 1-1.
Well, I like that, taking that strike right there. Look, he's already walked a couple guys early. He's not throwing the ball consistently in the zone. You have to be patient and make him work.
Now a ball lined to the left side. Foul. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Yes, he can. A swing and a miss, and that's a big out, number 1. Looks like a left-hander up and throwing now in that Marlins bullpen.
Trey Turner.
He's set, and the pitch. Trey Turner comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Bases loaded right here. I just want him to put the ball in play. It's going to be hard to double him up. It's got to be like smashed at somebody on the base to turn it over with him. Contact is important here.
Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And misses badly on a pitch down in the dirt. He's set. Here's the 3-1. And this is down at the knees, but called a strike. Wow, it's 3-2 now.
He's got a chance to ring up back-to-back Ks here, and that would be huge in this situation.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. Prado is over, and he tucks it away for the 2nd out. In now is Adam Eaton. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Adam Eaton.
Volquez sets. First pitch on the way. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And he'll be thrown out at first. So that didn't go quite according to plan. And with it, the inning is over. The sight. Here's D. Gordon now. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
Second baseman.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a liner. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. He's through first and hustling for second. And he gets in there standing. He's got himself a double.
Well, back in the day, you would hope your leadoff man can work a walk or leg out an infield single, but not in today's game. Now they expect the leadoff hitter to have a little pop, just like this guy. Nice leadoff double.
Action now in the Washington bullpen as a right-hander begins to get loose. In is Christian Yelich. He'll swing and lift a ball foul off to the left and out of play.
Well, that'll get your head shaken at the plate. That's a pitch he hasn't used much in this game. Now he throws that for a strike, and you add that to the rest of his repertoire. Man, it's tough to cover them all.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a good strike 2 pitch there as he has to fight to push it foul to the left, so they'll try it again. Another 0-2 home. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first down. Giancarlo Stanton now. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Giancarlo Stanton.
From the stretch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Runner at second here with 1 man out. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
Tried to get him to go after one below the knees, but it's 1-2.
That was a good changeup right there. It just missed. But even better take for him to lay off it because it had the great movement, and he laid off it even with 2 strikes.
Trying to send him packing for the second time. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 1 out and a runner on second base. Off speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. No offer from Stanton. It's ball 4, so he'll head down to first.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
Here's the first pitch to him. Fouled back. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul.
Matt, he's thrown 2 pitches right down the middle and got away with them. I don't think he should go back there again, but he's got to locate a little bit better if he wants to put him away. This guy's too good a hitter.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
The batter.
Digging in and looking for more, Marcell Ozuna. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. No runs, a hit, 2 left. Here's Daniel Murphy now. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Second baseman.
First offering on its way.
Murphy.
And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. Here it comes, 1-0. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Ozuna is under it. 1 out.
Right fielder number 34, Bryce Harper.
1 gone for the Nationals in the 5th. And that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Into the windup and the pitch. And a ball, 1-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Now with the 2-0 count and the power at the plate, it could be fireworks time. This is the kind of count he makes his money in.
3-0 now. From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. Looks at a 2-seamer right down the middle. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And he lost him. Ball 4 as Harper will reach. Jeff Locke is going to take over here in inning number 5. So it'll be a bullpen game from here on out. Anthony Rendon will be the first to greet him here as he'll stand in with a runner at first and 1 away. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner.
Matt, here we are, double play situation, and everybody knows he's got that sinker. Maybe get a ground ball and get two, right? But he comes with the fastball right there. Now nobody knows what to see. This is going to be an interesting at-bat.
But he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
First baseman.
Ready once again, Adam Lind. His lifetime batting line with Jeff Locke. He's gone 3 for 11. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So no. Digging in and looking for more, JT Realmuto. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball one. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
And a pitch taken here. It's now 2-1 to the Miami backstop. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Pretty adamant about working him inside right now. Back-to-back fastballs, and that one was able to find the zone.
Line, but speared on a hop. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the sixth.
Up next for the Marlins.
Ready for another chance. Martin Prado. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And some action out in that Washington bullpen now as we see both a left-hander and a right-hander throwing. And that misses for ball one. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Here's a high pop-up. Rendon able to put it away, and that's out number 2.
The batter, number 3.
Digging in once again, Adeiny Echeverria. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. In there, 0-1.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Takes a high fastball for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Digging in to try it again, Jason Worth. He'll step in trying to do something about this 2-2 tie. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball one. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. 1-2, here it comes. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low. Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Up with it now is Prado. Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Up next for Washington. Catcher.
Striding in once again, Matt Wieters. He's 0 for 1 thus far. This is hit down the right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Stanton will wait on it. And he's got it for out number 2. Derek Norris will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Derek Norris.
And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. His lifetime batting line with Jeff Locke. He's gone 3 for 6. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
And he'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now a ball hit high down the left field line, but back in amongst the spectators. Foul. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Lock into the windup. He'll try to put him away here on 2-2. And that one stayed up a little high. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he lays off ball 4. So he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done. Ready for another shot now. Trey Turner. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate.
Well, he fouls off that fastball right there, and you wonder, does he love his fastball enough to come back with it 3 times in a row?
On the ground up the middle, backhanded, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Nationals leave 1. Back here at Nationals Park, all tied at 2 apiece as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's have a look at our game summary through the first 6. Sammy Solis is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Derek Dietrich is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. And he looks at a changeup in there. 1-1. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And strike 3 called as he gets a little help there. 1 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
In there, and it's even at 1.
1-1.
A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
Now a mid-90s fastball is no joke, and that's proof right there. He threw it right by him.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Center fielder, Christian Yelich.
Christian Yelich is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1.
When you're facing this good a hitter, man, that strike 1 becomes so important to get ahead with him and make him think about something else. Now you can control the at bat.
Here it comes on 1-1. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Misses. Ball 2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a ball sliced foul into the seats down the left field line. 2 out, nobody on. Again, he sends it out of play. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Another one sent foul. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Giancarlo Stanton now. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout in this one. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And he just manages to get his hand in. And another snap throw to the bag. A dive, but he's back. First pitch on its way. Curveball bounces, and this one gets away. And a very big mistake, as that'll move the possible go-ahead run into scoring position. Well, they miss with the first one, but then they decide, let's go ahead and just put him aboard here, and they'll do just that. So striding in, Justin Bour. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive. Hey, this game is getting interesting real quick. And the last thing you want to do on...
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. So a 3-run shot to right center field. First home run of the campaign for him. And just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Well, that pitch was up, and on a pitch like that, all you've got to do is just touch it. You can see he got the barrel up there, and because the height of the pitch, the ball's trajectory is going to carry out of the ballpark.
Now batting, left fielder.
Here's Marcell Ozuna as the sinker to him finds the zone for strike 1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Fastball that time is nowhere close, and it's even at 1-1.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a little pop-up off toward the first base side, and no one will get this one. All even at 2-2. Here it is, and he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired.
Ladies and gentlemen,
but the Marlins strike for 3 on the 3-run home run. Get up and stretch. Home half of the 7th coming up. It's now 5-2 Miami. Brad Ziegler gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. In now is Adam Eaton. He'll start the inning, and we're back to the top of the order, but they haven't looked too dangerous in this one yet, right, guys?
Well, none of them have any hits yet, so you're right on the money. They've done a great job of holding these guys down so far.
Another opportunity for him here, so we'll see if anything changes. And that catches the outside edge. 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Just does manage to get a piece there as this is bounced foul. Hit hard to the right. Foul. One and two. Here it comes. Tried to stay back on the changeup there, but this is chopped foul at home plate.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take, and he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch, and even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out, but the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball, and the count holds at 0-2. 5-2 our score as we play inning number 7. And he strikes him out as well, so make it back-to-back punch outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
Right fielder number
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Bryce Harper. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Yelich going back. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Joe Nathan is out from the bullpen now as he'll get the call here on opening day.
74, Joe Nathan.
Ready once again, JT Realmuto. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Now the Nats are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees. 1-1.
I like that. Show him the curveball and then try to sneak that low 90s fastball by him. It's going to look faster coming off those breaking pitches.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. He breaks out the hook there. Good for strike 2.
That curveball just frozen. That's one of those big curveballs you're expecting to go start at you like this one did and break all the way down to the bottom of the plate. But this one didn't get that big break away, and it froze it.
He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field.
Well, he came to play this game. That base hit right there hit really hard. That makes him 3 for 4 on the day. What a day for him.
Ready now, Martin Prado. Lifetime versus this pitcher. Hitless in 3 at-bats. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. This one's down to third. Scooped up on the backhand. The throw pulls him off the bag. And this will go down as an E5 as you can see the exasperation on his face. Striding in, Adeiny Echeverria. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Swing and a little tapper. That rolls foul for strike 1. The 0-1. Ball chopped foul here at the plate, and he's behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play.
He's just fouling him off till he gets something he wants to hit.
The next 0-2. Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. We're in the 8th inning now of a 5-2 ball game. And a swing and a ball hit foul heading for the seats. So another foul ball here, and it remains 1-2.
That was the 4th foul ball in this at bat. He is really making him work.
Now another 1-2. He struck him out. The 3rd time he's fanned in the game. 5-2 our score as we get a look inside the numbers. It's our starter comparison for the 2 gentlemen that took the hill to start the ball game. Ichiro Suzuki will get the call to pinch hit here, and he'll find he has a couple of runners aboard with only 1 out in the inning. Right there for strike 1.
Now I'm sure these infielders know it, but this hitter can burn down the baseline. So if he puts a ground ball in play, the defense is going to have to make a perfect turn to turn 2.
Here's a fastball at the knees. Good spot, good pitch, and it's 0-2.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but those were 2 good pitchers' pitches. Both on the inside half, both for strikes. There's nothing you can do with it. You just got to hope now you get something to hit.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Now another 0-2. And a curveball that started low and broke lower. Ball 1. Late swing and a ball line foul into the seats past the third base dugout.
Oh, he might have got away with one. Two-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately, he just fouled it off.
Another 1-2 delivery. Fastball stays way up that time for ball 2. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. D. Gordon will be next. He's set, and the payoff pitch. Went up and out of the zone that time, but he gets a piece of it, and he'll see another pitch. The next 3-2. And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Now batting.
In now, D. Gordon. His career numbers in this matchup. Small sample, a perfect 1 for 1. Here comes the first pitch. And Nathan pumps a fastball through for strike 1.
This is a tough spot in the game right here, but when you're a veteran pitcher and you've seen these kind of situations throughout your career, you step back, you make quality pitches, and you trust you'll wiggle your way out of it.
And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Bases are loaded here, 1 man out. Fly ball out toward right field. Harper has a read on it, makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. And they'll add 1 more on the sacrifice fly, as this is now a 6-2 ball game.
Hey, talk about having a productive inning. You like to see that. You like to add on runs anytime you can. And a sac fly here gives their team another insurance run, and they're starting to blow this thing wide open.
Looking to minimize the damage here. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. 0-1. Here's the pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. After it is eaten, he makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Marlins forced to settle for 1. Not David Phelps is out from the bullpen now, as he'll get the call here on opening day. In now is Anthony Rendon. A hit in 2 tries so far. Too high, 1-0. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. 2-0 pitch on the way. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
Well, they've hung around. I know it's late in the game, but that's a big leadoff single. Maybe this will be what they need to get to start that attack to put them ahead.
Here's Adam Lind. His past batting line against David Phelps, 5 for 14. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him, but the runner's back easily. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And the first pitch is chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
Well, with the leadoff man getting on right there, Matt, they are falling so far behind. They have to capitalize. They have to get some runs to get back in this thing.
And that misses downstairs for a ball. 1-1. Here's the 1-1. And the changeup is way low that time. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. And a neck-high fastball that time. A runner at first with no outs here. Slow roller back to the mound. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And pretty fortunate here as they do wind up getting the out at first, although the runner will advance to second.
Up next for Washington, left fielder.
Here's Jason Worth. A hit in 2 official trips to the plate to this point in the ball game. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0. 1-0 pitch on the way. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. From the belt, kicks and deals. Hit on the ground to third. Played on the backhand. On to first, and Worth is set down. There are 2 away. Here's the catcher, Matt Wieters now. And with men on base and 2 away, it feels like this at-bat could go a long way toward deciding this thing.
No doubt, Matt. A base hit here changes this game quite a bit. But if they can't score here, it looks pretty bleak for them heading into the last couple of innings.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Wieters awaits the 1-1. Good break on the knuckle curve, but he missed with it. 2-1. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. In the air to right center and carrying well. Way back there now. And gone. Home run. So it's a 2-run blast off the bat of Matt Wieters. First home run of the campaign for him, and they cut the gap here. It's now 6-4.
Wow, that's what a pitcher gets for not putting what he thought was a bad call in the rearview mirror. I think he was still fuming and didn't get the pitch where he wanted it. The result? A reason to be even more mad.
Jose Lobaton will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 59, Jose Lobaton.
And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate here as that misses. His past batting line against David Phelps. A number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. A swing, and he pulls it down the line and deep. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Sliced down the left side, but foul. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now he lifts a high pop-up, drifting into foul territory on the right side. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run home run. On to the 9th inning from our nation's capital. It's the Marlins 6 and the Nationals. Enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. At the plate, Giancarlo Stanton. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Ground ball right into the shift. Turner loves it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Now at the plate, Justin Bour. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. High in the air out to center field. Eaton on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning. That was a tough play, so let's take another look at it with Showtrack. Seemed to get a solid read off the bat, took a good angle at it, and he covered over 100 feet to make the grab. And I'm sure he'll be getting some high fives for that one. Stepping in now, Marcell Ozuna, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And boy, big problems here to start this at-bat. It's 0-2 now.
Well, he was clearly looking for a fastball right there, and that slider got right.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Nothing doing here this half. Nothing further in the Miami 9th. One last shot coming up for the Nats. They trail by a couple. It's 6-4. A.J. Ramos is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the 9th.
A.J. Ramos.
A speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He'll be the first to greet the closer, A.J. Ramos.
For the Nationals here in the bottom of the ninth, the shortstop, Trey Turner.
Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball one. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Now a ball fouled down the right field line out of play, so that'll move the count to 2-2 now.
Oh, man, I think he thought he was going to get another breaking ball right there. He's a little bit late on that fastball. That's a nice pitch, though, following that breaking pitch to keep him off balance with the heater.
Weak grounder back to the mound. Throws in time, and that's out number one.
The center fielder, number 2.
Now at the plate, Adam Eaton. Looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Leaves a slider up high, but it's taken for a strike.
Oh, that was a good-looking slider to hit. It kind of hung him one. When you got a slider right there and it's spinning towards you, that's the one you annihilate.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
This is why it's so hard to be successful as a hitter when you fall behind in the count. 1 and 2, you're probably expecting some sort of off-speed pitches, but when the pitcher offers up a good hard fastball, it's pretty hard to adjust and catch up to it.
Here's Daniel Murphy now as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. Struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. 1-0 count. Here it is. Grounded back up the middle. Throw to first is going to be in time to take care of him, and the Marlins move to 1-0 on the young season as this ball game is over.
And a nice job here to come in and slam the door. That's his first save of the season, but it certainly won't be his last.
Six to 4 the outcome today. Jeff Locke claims the win out of the pen, his first. A.J. Ramos records the save, his first of the year. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.